5 and 9 from Wall Bay in South Australia on the York Peninsula, about 70 km due west of Adelaide. Name's Steve, and we'll see how you go, but you're up to 5-9 there, over.
VK5. Sorry, I'm
KSW.
Oh, KSW. VK6CS Mobile. Yeah, well, thanks for the shout, Steve. Name this end is also Steve. And yeah, thanks for that report. That's amazing, really. Looking at this little Terlin antenna on the bull bar of the four-wheel drive. How well it works. I don't know if you heard when I was talking to Ian just then. We're using an 857 and running 100 watts from the four-wheel drive. I'm the passenger in the vehicle, and there's another amateur driving the car. That's Vic VK5KSW, and we've just been out and about doing a bit of maintenance. We're running back to Perth, so we've got 6.5 hours to run. Should get back there about a bit after 3 o'clock this afternoon. So our day's work, we're just getting paid for driving around in the countryside today, which is all good. You're putting a good signal into Western Australia, R5. I didn't actually get a chance to look at the S meter there, but certainly sounds okay. And I've got a brain like a bloody sieve today. I've forgotten your call sign again. KSW. I've just been reminded. VK5KSW. VK6CS Mobile.
Yeah, VK6CS Mobile, VK5KSW. Yeah, you sound like you've got pretty much the same rig I've got in the Ranger. But it's not as successful in the Ranger as it was in the old Land Cruiser. The old Landing was nice and quiet, but the new Ranger with all the electronics in it, there's a hot box for RF, there's so much noise around the thing, it makes it hard to work it. I used to work quite a bit in the Land Cruiser, but I've got 2 sons in Alice Springs, and we drive up there occasionally, at least once a year, and sort of set up a new radio you've got there. We had a 857 and a 2 on Outbacker. The mine only went down to 10 metres. I'd like to have the 6 metres or 2 on it, but mine only goes down to 10 metres. But yeah, done some real good contacts with them while we're trucking up to the Alice, and it's a heck of a thing when you think you travel out in the middle of nowhere, and I was bloke in Scotland that doesn't want to go because he's supposed to go to work, and he opens his shop up, and he still wants to stick with his mobile out in the middle of nowhere in Australia. But yeah, the Ranger seems to be a lot noisier. So I suppose you've got a cruiser there, being one of the most popular vehicles over there. We were over that way early this year, and going down the southwest state, I'm putting a property down there. But didn't do much good on the radio myself there, but back to you, Steve. VK6 Charlie Sugar, VK5KSW, over.
VK5KSW, VK6CS Mobile. Yeah, this vehicle's it's a Toyota Prado. I think it might be a Land Cruiser Prado. And we do have, because these, when we go out and do maintenance, we take these pool vehicles. We're not actually issued vehicles. When I used to live in Newman, an iron ore mining town up in the northwest of Western Australia. I used to work for GEC up there. We were issued with a Land Cruiser, which was just like our car, you know, for 2 years, 150,000 k's, I think it was. But here we have pool vehicles. So what I have to do is just bolt the Terlin on the bull bar, and then you know, run the coax in, bit of gaffer tape on the roof, and then drop the coax in through the rear passenger door. So that's the way the setup here works. And we've got a Ranger. We've had nothing but trouble with it, to be honest with you. I think it's got about 8,000 kilometres on it, and it seems to spend more time being fixed than we actually have it. And I haven't actually tried that yet. Haven't fitted this sort of temporary HF installation into the Ranger yet. I've only had it in the Prados. The Prado's not bad. I can't use 40 metres mobile in it. It makes a lot of noise on 40 metres, but 20 metres is no problem at all. I forgot what I was going to say now. Just lost my train of thought. Yeah, just come up, just come up behind a vehicle in front. And I think I'm a bad passenger. I must be a control freak. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that, with the noise. Oh yeah, I met one of the WA stations. Was he's always been a huge signal, and I met him and had a look at his installation, and he was running an Outbacker. It was bigger than the one I'm using at the moment. His one was about 2.5 metres in length, I think. He said he had a 3.5 metre one, but he was running the 2.5 metre one, and he was running he had a 400 watt amplifier in his ute. He had a Colorado, and wherever I've been out in the bush, I've always heard him, and he's always been a crashing great signal. And another one of the local hams that's a member of the club, he was working on Cocos Island recently, and he said he was listening to this guy in a QSO on 40 metres, and he said he was a thumping great signal on Cocos Island, and he couldn't hear the other guys at all. And that's from a mobile setup, so you can you can do very well with these mobile setups. And your signal's about S8 over here, by the way, and R5 if I didn't say that before. And I've forgotten his call sign again.
KSW.
I should get a bit of paper and write it down, really. VK5KSW. Back to you, VK6CS Mobile.
Yeah, VK6CS Mobile, VK5KSW on 6ZLO, wasn't it? Having a word in the background there. Yeah, no worries, mate. No, you're starting to drop down a bit, so things might drop out. But yeah, my Ranger has done, 2 years, just over 2 years old, 2.5 years old. I think it's 60,000 K on the clock. We did have a bit of trouble when coming back from Alice Springs a few weeks ago. The hose between the intercooler and the turbo split, and we went into limp home mode, and that's when you put your foot down and nothing happened, and you've got 3 road trains coming up behind you, and you can't do much more than 65-70 k. So I just called them on the CB and told them to go through as soon as they got a chance, and we got blown around a bit by 2 trucks down different parts at one hill. But one thing I did have with the Ranger, I got the battery charging system turned off. They got the so-called smart charge. It doesn't charge up much more than it's absolutely necessary, and the battery had a tendency to go flat. Quite a few of them I know haven't had that problem. They reckon they're built for Australian conditions, and when you're using in Australia, when you get live, they have the fridges and try to level stuff on, and the batteries tend to die out pretty quick, and it's hard to put a second battery in. It's got to go in the tray in the back, and that's a bit of a hassle. But yeah, that's the main thing we've had go wrong with it. And with Australia down the southwest there a while back, and I can't even think of the name of this one now. I'm shopping. That's my thing at the moment. But yeah, we're back now, sitting up there, and we're just taking off. Didn't have to pay any caravan park fees or anything, so we just put the fuel in the Ranger and taken off all over the south coast there, all around Albany and all over the place down there, all around the south coast, and having a look around. Pretty good month over there, but while I was there, there didn't seem much on. I couldn't get much on the 20 metres. I like 20 metres in the car, but just didn't seem to be much happening. So I'll put it back to you there, Steve, see if you're still going alright, because I might be dropping out because you were down a bit, and I think you're Yeah, I'm only running 100 watts. I've got a FT857 in the shack with I'm using a little 10 Mtron vertical. And, it's showing a little bit, they shouldn't be. But anyway, the Mtron with a little 4-band vertical and 100 watts. So
just outside Rover,
that's my story this way. So I'll put it back to Steve, see if you can still copy VK6 Charlie Sugar VK5KSW, over.
VK5KSW, VK6CS mobile. Yeah, it's a bit your signal's a bit noisier, but you're still R5. Yeah, that's no problem. And yeah, it seemed to do okay with 100 watts with this 857 from the car. I think it was from this same car with the same Terlin antenna. I was working up near Geraldton. We were driving back between Mullewa and Geraldton, if you know WA at all. Maybe you didn't get that far north, but it's about halfway up Western Australia, I think. And there was a guy calling CQ from Florida. I was driving the car at the time, and the passenger was another another licensed radio amateur that I work with, VK6ACB. Mark, and he gave him a shout and had a QSO with a guy in Florida. That was in the afternoon, probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, driving back from Mullewa to Geraldton. So I was just saying to Ian previously, it's quite good because I work in the communications section of the railway signals and communications area. And 3 of us are licensed radio amateurs, 3 out of the 6 or 7 technicians. So when we go away with another radio amateur, it's quite good fun because we can just put this temporary rig in the car and play a bit of amateur radio when we have these large distances to cover. And it's quite good fun. We've actually fired up one of the company's HF sites as well. We've got a big commercial Delta Loop antenna. And although it's only designed for NVIS, it's designed for just covering the state. I did work a guy in Spain on it. I was out there one afternoon and connected the 857 up to the company's big Delta Loop, and there was an EA calling CQ on 20 metres, and I thought, well, why not give him a shout, you know? And he heard me. I couldn't believe it. So that was quite good fun. Quite enjoyable having a chat with him. And with regard to the Ford Ranger, yeah, I was toying with the idea of getting one of those myself because I really like the look of it. You know, it's a great looking ute, the Ranger, this new model. And I was going to get a space cab with the sports bar on it, and a mate of mine's got an F250, and he was cursing that the sports bar on it was insulated from the vehicle because he's got a Scorpion antenna mounted on it, and he wanted it firmly grounded to the vehicle, so he put a grounding strap on it, and he was really miffed. And I thought, well, I think what I would have tried was connecting an auto ATU to the sport bar and just having use the sport bar as the antenna, you know, and maybe put so you'd have the auto ATU at one end of the sports bar and maybe a loading coil at the other end, built into the just take it in the walls of the ute tub, if you know what I mean, so you'd never know they were there. And put a coil on one side to pull some current into the sports bar, just to see if that worked, so it could be sort of completely covert. Because of the problems we've had with our Ranger, I sort of put that on the back burner. And now this new model's come out, it's got even more electronics in it. So, and I think that they originally weren't going to sell the Ranger in the US because they thought it would put too big a dent in the sales of the F150. But now they've changed their mind, and they've decided there is room for the F150 and what they call a compact pickup. Believe it or not, the Ford Ranger is a compact pickup in the US. And so they're going to sell it in America, and of course they've tarted it up, and they've given it an appearance that they think will appeal to Americans. And and I think they've completely spoiled the look of it with this latest model. Back to you, Steve. VK5KSW, VK6CS Mobile.
Yeah, VK6CS, VK5KSW. Yeah, well, I've got no hassle with mine now. It's pretty good now. We've run through, we've had a few sorted out, and as I said, we've switched off the battery charge system so it does charge properly, but I think the battery might be just about stuck because it's never seemed. I bought a hydrometer when I first had trouble with the battery, and it's never showed above about 3/4 charge since it's been, since I've had it. The little hydrometer thing that's built into on the red and green circle down the bottom of the little hole, well, that's never showed green, it's always been red. So I reckon I might stick a new battery in shortly and we'll see what happens. But that's the only thing I've had apart from this hose splitting, and I don't know what the heck will cause that, but it's surface guard and lip home, and but I'd say 18-foot caravan, 18-foot caravan all over the place. It goes into New South Wales, up to Bergen Hill from here, and over to West Australia a couple of times, I've been over there, and up to Alice Springs a couple of times. So apart from the one hassle we had with it, that's the main thing. And another thing I don't like about them is all the power points stay on when the ignition's off. I reckon that's
okay, so that's not a mod then.
Especially when
I thought ours had been modded to do that.
The fridge plugged in and this plugged in and something else plugged in, and when you shut it down for the night, you've got to run around and put everything out, so it's not draining your battery overnight. But
for us, it's
the old screws I would leave everything plugged in, just turn the ignition off, and everything went off, and was quite happy till the next morning. But no, I've been looking at the new ones. I don't know whether the Yankee front of them, I don't know whether that's a big improvement or not, but as you said, the one, I've got the 2013, and it's quite a good looking truck.
Yeah, it's a nice looking car.
Handles the towing alright, and I'm getting better mileage than the Land Cruiser. I had an old series Land Cruiser, which when I traded it in, it had over 300,000 on it, and I still would have taken it around Australia the next day, sort of thing. I that, and got there's a place in Victoria that puts a smart automatic in them, programmable automatic transmission in them. That probably would have cost less than the Ranger, but it's too late now. I've got the Ranger, and I'm retired, and that'll probably be the last vehicle I ever get. It's probably brand new.
Ravenstall.
That's the way she goes, but yeah, all everything's okay. I have a canopy on. I haven't got the bar across the roof. I prefer to keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down, so I can't see the use for that roll bar thing on top. And unless you're going to be using it for mounting spotlights or antennas or something, that's no good, and it won't fit in the canopy, so under the canopy. So I don't know whether it came out with it or not. They must have ripped it off and sold the socket off it when they put the canopy on, but I picked the car up there, so I don't know what it was like. Okay, back to you. See if there's still copy. VK6CS Mobile, VK5KSW, over.
Get some each
Okay. VK5KSW, VK6CS Mobile. Yeah, still an R5 copy there, Steve. No problem at all. And yeah, I think those sports bars, I think they're probably there for aesthetics. You know, they sort of appeal to. It just makes it look like a nice ute, I think. And the sports bar would suit me, because I'd try using the sports bar if it was insulated from the vehicle as the HF antenna, and I'd probably mount the VHF and UHF whips on the roll bar. The Ranger, the company one that we've got's got a fiberglass canopy on it, and certainly a very nice vehicle to drive. I really enjoy driving it, and it drives it drives very nicely, almost drives itself. It's a very easy vehicle to drive, and it's probably a lot more useful with a canopy on it. Certainly if I was going to go travelling around, a canopy would be better, but I'd just get a space cab, I think, with a sports bar on it. And if I made a DDRR antenna, I wonder if you're familiar with those, a direct discontinuity ring radiator. They're like little pancake type antennas, but they radiate vertically. It's the sort of thing that they put on London Transport buses and that sort of thing. Very low profile VHF and UHF antennas. I don't know if I could make a dual band one, but if I had one of those and I put that on the roof, just cut a sheet of that sort of magnetic sheet, you know, like the sort of sheet that they put signs on car doors with, you know, those magnetic company signs that go on car doors and you just peel them off. A sheet of that magnetic material, and put my DDRR antenna on that and just put it on the roof of the car, I reckon it'd be completely covert. And we just started going over a bit of a section of dirt road here where they're just doing some road work, so got a few extra noises in the vehicle that you might be able to hear. And then it would, as I say, it'd be completely covert. You wouldn't see any antennas on it at all. Yet it would have 2 meters, 70 sems, and HF. Okay, well, I've just been told by the driver that we're going to be pulling in here to fill up with fuel. So
and Jerry as well.
eh? Oh, and get some grub, because we hit the road about 2 hours ago now. We left without any breakfast, so we're going to stop and get some grub. So anyway, thanks for the shout, Steve, and I know exactly what you mean with regard 20 meters being dead as a doornail this morning. I was tuning around for about an hour or more, and all I heard was over the horizon radar, and then I heard Ian whistle into the microphone, and of course then you came on. Anyway, mate, we're pulling into the garage, so I better say cheers to you, and I hope I can hear you. Final. I don't want to upset them by belting them with a bit of HF ERP. VK5KSW, VK6CS mobile. Yeah, we've lost him now. Yeah, cheers, Steve. Thanks for the chat. Really enjoyed it, and catch you around. VK6CS mobile.